All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rachakodash. Double honors to apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the elect, which we ought to be. Now, Shabbat Hawaii from GMS Chicago. Got a quick little lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who bear the shame of looking like heathens, who spirit bear witness that they are a child of the Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world English calls Jehovah God. In the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahweh Shai, who the world English calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christos, or Yeshua, Yeshaya, Yahweh. And pretty much I just got done watching a lesson from GMS Life Lesson, and the video is called "Woe to You Shameless Women," man. And according to the brother was going into how women see more clothing on, meaning that you see more of them than the actual clothes and stuff. Women they call each other bitches and whores and hoe, for fun and whatnot. Like it's regular things and stuff. How they don't dress in modern apparel, and because of that, you know, that's actually a curse. That's a curse that the Lord had put upon the Israelite women, man. And I was going to go into a few of the curses. And this is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 16. It says, "Moreover, Yahweh saith, because the daughters," well, I'll start at verse 15. It says, "What mean ye that ye beat my people to pieces and grind the faces of the poor, saith the Lord power of hosts." It says, "Moreover, the Lord saith, because the daughters of Zion," that's talking about of all 12 tribes, man. You know, it says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. That word haughty means to be proud. Gabah is the God of Banaha, Gabah. It says be high, be exalted, be high, lofty, tall, to be lofty, to be haughty, be arrogant, bad sense, to make high, pretty much puffed up. And our women are puffed up, man. Can't nobody tell them what to do and stuff. They don't even want to go. The women always tend to say that they are a God-fearing daughter and stuff, but yet they don't want to follow the rules. They don't want to be underneath the authority of a man. You know, they want to be above the man. They want to be the man themselves. It says, and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Verse 17, it says, "Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion." And you see that heavily amongst Judah, man. Now there's gonna be some Judite women and stuff where they still have their hair and stuff, but it's still gonna be a problem somewhere else. You know, uh, that's why a lot of our women wear weave. You know, because that's how the Lord has smitten them with the crown, because smitten their crown. Because according to First Corinthians, the 11th chapter, it goes into how the glory of a woman is her hair. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, this is I'll start at verse 14. It says 1 Corinthians 11 and 14. It says uh, verse 13, it says, "Judge in yourselves, is it comely that a woman pray unto the Most High uncovered?" So a woman's supposed to have her head covering anyways. It says verse 14, doeth not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it is a shame unto him. Just to put that out here. You guys that got the dreadlocks and they hanging past your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? You know, you know, if you got long hair and you let it drape and whatnot, what I'm saying? It's actually a shame, because it shows that what you glory in, but the glory of a man is a woman, not his hair, and it shows how Esau has effeminized our men, man, you know. You know, they got the color in their hair and all that and stuff. You know, and nowadays, uh, you know, verse 15 it says, "But if a woman have long hair, it is a glory to her, for her hair is given her for a covering." You know, so uh, uh, the glory of a woman is her hair, and the Lord took that away. You know, and you know, women tend to like guys with a lot of hair and stuff. You know, because they're actually missing what was supposed to be their glory, man. You know. Um, Back in verse 17, it says, "Therefore the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion." It says, "And the Lord will discover their secret parts." It says, "In that day, the Lord will, the Lord would." Oh yeah. Another thing, you know, women they wear the weave and whatnot, and you see that they got like a whole lot of edges, man. You know, as part of that judgment is when you women want to act out a character. You know, you're supposed to be humbled and modest and whatnot, but you know, you see all up on World Star Hip Hop, some fight between two girls, and what do? They go for their hair. There be women that be losing, they be having patches of hair that's gone because of the fights they've been in. You know, verse 18 it says, "In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon." Now that round tires is talking about their behinds. You know, you got a lot of women out here and stuff. They don't have no caboose. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're just flat if you turn them sideways. They look like an ironing board. You know, and that's a curse. You know, it says that the chains. When a woman has no booty, that's a curse. It says the chains. It says in the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings. It says the rings and the nose jewels, meaning the nose piercings. You know, it says the changeable suits of apparel and the mantles and the wimples and the crispy pins. It says the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods. It says in the veils. You know, and the hoods, like when you see certain women, they got their head wrapped and covered and stuff. You know, like almost not just those kinds, but it's also ones where like the nuns will wear a head covering and stuff, and the veils is pretty much where their face be covered. You know, because really, when a woman has a man and stuff, she's supposed to have herself covered up because you know, to each its own. But there's a lot of men that like the same body type when it comes down to a woman. But if she's covered up, the only one who knows how her body looks is her man. You know, and women don't like being covered up. You know, they like showing off their body and stuff. You know, uh, uh, and in a video that the brother was doing, he was going into how, you know, with the clothing and stuff, it is clothing of what a prostitute would wear. You know, because what do prostitutes do? They wear something that's revealing, you know, to catch the man's eye. You know, and that's what our women do, man. You know, um, they even call it sexy and stuff. You know, but all you doing is promoting sex and not respect or anything else. You know. It says, verse 24, it says, "And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink." And this is talking about when, you know, you have sex with a woman, you know, it don't smell good. Because back in the ancient day, our women, like when you read in the book of Esther, um, the women will bathe in oils for like a year or two, man. You know, for a year, a whole year, or a year or two and stuff, you know. So when you did deal with them or when they walk past, they smell good. Our women don't do that no more, you know. They be using certain soaps and stuff that's created by Esau, the so-called Caucasians, to throw off their pH balance. And then look what our women eat. You know, it's like a furnace. If you throw in something that smell good, like say if you got some Palo Santos, and that's just it's a certain type of wood and stuff. But when you burn it, it smells good. It actually like calms you down and keep you in a mellow mind frame. You know, it could calm you down and stuff, right? And if you throw that in the furnace and stuff, it's gonna smell good, man. You know, but if you throw in something that's nasty, you know what I'm saying, that's old, you know, and it's burning and stuff, you're gonna smell the fumes, and the fumes are gonna have an unpleasant scent. So when these women eat, because our women are heavily in different abominations of the food, you know, you had off World Star Hip Hop where you had this woman post a video of herself eating I think it was like a 4 pound lobster, you know, and lobsters they clean the filth of the earth, you know. I mean, the filth that's in the sea. Same way with catfish, you know. Our women love eating pork, you know, uh, um, shrimp, you know, which is pretty much a roach of the sea, you know. Crabs look like the brothers just did on GMS Chicago live stream yesterday, uh, going into how that a crab, it looks like an arachnid. It looked like a spider, you know. And then when you look at it, it's not appealing. And what does it do? It cleans the filth of the earth, you know. And it's also parasitic, you know, because it's nothing but parasites in it, you know. So actually, it's a dangerous animal to eat, you know, and that's why it's abomination. It's a reason why, you know, the Lord has said that we got to eat certain things and stuff, you know, because certain things, their purpose on the earth, you know, what I'm saying, can poison you if you eat it, man, you know, and part of eating these abominable things and stuff, you could smell it off the women, man. You know, it's not appealing for to come around a woman and stuff, and she smells like pork, you know, or she working out, she sweating a little bit and stuff, and you could smell what she eats, you know. The brother Narazaki, he told me, he's like, you know, one, you know, from females from his past and stuff, you know, he was saying that he was dealing with them, and he could smell what they ate, man. You know, and he said it really smelled like pork, you know, and that's pretty nasty, man. You know, these women, they get. I read again. This is Isaiah 3:24. It says, "And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink." You know, there was this one girl, uh, 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 one of my exes and stuff, and she she you know, she was trying to deal and stuff when she came over to my crib. But the thing was is that, you know, back then it's like you had to, you know, put your fingers down there just to see if it smelled like water. And she kept moving my hand and stuff, you know, because she knew I was on. But she wanted to deal. She just wanted me to go ahead and deal. And I got a chance to like to swipe my hands down there and stuff. And then if garbage is if garbage had a juice, you know what I'm saying? That's what it smelled like. It was the most horrible smell that I ever smelled in my life. You know what I'm saying? And that was the curse that was placed upon her, man. You know, for it to smell like that down there. You know, it says instead of a girdle, a rent. Now you probably got a lot of Hispanic. You know, you got the Iscarites, the so-called Mexicans, the Dominicans. You know what I'm saying? Which are Simeon. You got the you know, a lot of Northern Kingdom and stuff that still got their hair and whatnot, but they fat, you know, and this is a curse. It says instead of a girdle, a rent. And what does a girdle do? It holds in your stomach, you know. So this is the natural shape that a woman is actually supposed to be, you know. But then a rent. So like, say if you, you know, cut the girdle and stuff, you know, it's gonna her stomach is gonna come out. And what you see it on Southern Kingdom, usually, you know, they got little love handles and stuff, you know, and or a lot of it, you know, or they got the extreme back fat that's underneath the in the upper back, looking like Zoidberg from Futurama, you know, or they stomach, it hangs over their belt, you know what I'm saying, or you can see their stomach while they wear these tight jeans and stuff, you know. Got the Dr. Robotnik look off the cartoon, you know. Uh, uh, they wave and their underarms swing and stuff, you know, and that's bad, man, you know. That's a curse that the Lord had placed upon our women, man. And then when it come down to the Northern Kingdom and stuff, they get the rent too, but then they be big all over. You know, I seen this one woman that I used to work with, and she real short, but she was a real heavy set woman. This woman was like maybe 5'1", and she was big, man. She was taking up like a good 2 or 3 seats on the bus, man. And she was that big, and she was obnoxious, man. You know, it says instead of well set hair, baldness. And then some of our women are balding, man. It was one lady. She was an older woman. Uh, uh, she was suffering from baldness, man. And I never seen it on a woman and stuff, but she was balding, man. And she was an older woman, and it's like, man, the Lord cursed you, because actually, because her a big piece of her glory was gone. You know what I'm saying? You know, it says instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty, and that burning instead of beauty meaning that they ugly. You know, uh, uh, that's why you got certain guys. They say, "Are you gonna put your face on?" You know what I'm saying? And that's talking about this makeup. And what the makeup do, it clogs up your pores and stuff, and it causes our women to age quicker. You know, that's why a lot of women that's probably like what 17, uh, females that's like 17, 18, 19, going into their 20s and stuff, they actually look older and stuff because the makeup that they put on their face causes them to age. You know, yeah, your pores can't breathe and whatnot and stuff. And really, what are you doing? You're suffocating yourself. And then when they take the makeup off and stuff, they look hideous. You know, so that's pretty much it. That the Lord, this is how the Lord also brought down our women, man. Because once again, like he said that the brother in GMS Life Lessons, he was going into how that the women think they're not held accountable, but it's like if you Israel, then guess what? You still got to do the right thing. You know, So I hope this video was edifying, and I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Hakadash, double honors to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to the elect, which you ought to be. Shalom and a Father, Paul.